Elon Musk's insane new discovery on Mars shocks the entire space industry. Elon Musk has yet again shocked the entire space industry with a new discovery he made on the planet Mars. We all know that the dream of living on Mars is the ultimate goal of Elon Musk and his company SpaceX. And with this discovery, he has taken a massive leap towards this goal. Today we'll be talking about the insane new discovery the eccentric billionaire made on the planet Mars. What was this discovery and how did he manage to carry it out? What does this discovery signify? Well, stick around till the end as we answer these interesting questions and more as we delve into the details surrounding the most unknown planet, Mars. Without further ado, let us begin the video. The discoveries surrounding Mars have been possible thanks to a rover and a helicopter that have been roaming around on Mars. Let us now shed light on this equipment and understand why they are integral for us to understand the complexities behind planet Mars. There is an autonomous vehicle on Mars that is slogging along millions of miles distant. It's called Perseverance, and it costs $2.7 billion. NASA's Mars exploration program has been trying to figure out whether life ever existed on Mars for years. The agency's Spirit and Opportunity rovers demonstrate the presence of liquid water on the surface. Following up on that finding, NASA's Curiosity rover discovered circumstances on Mars 4 billion years ago that could have supported life as we know it. Perseverance launched on July 30th, 2020, amid the global COVID-19 pandemic's problems and chaos. It landed in the Jezero crater, the location of an old lake and river delta, on February 18th, 2021. The rover will explore microbial remains and rocks created during Mars's warm, wet past at the crater. It'll also search for organic carbon molecules, which are the building blocks of life on Earth. As it travels, Perseverance will collect soil and rock samples and store them in tubes for future NASA and European Space Agency missions to collect. Despite technological breakthroughs in the creation of small low-power science instruments for space missions, many sorts of laboratory analysis are still impossible or impractical to perform in space. Furthermore, science is based on the ability to repeat results. We could repeat the same science experiment in various laboratories if we could get Perseverance samples back to Earth. Now, what does Perseverance look like? It's a tiny car-sized 1-ton 6-wheeled Mars rover. Its architecture is similar to that of the nuclear-powered Curiosity. Perseverance can operate in dust storms that prevent solar-powered spacecraft from getting enough sunlight. To land Perseverance, one has to employ a supersonic parachute, a thruster-assisted descent, and nylon cables to drop the rover to the surface. Scientists and mission operators worked collaboratively to guide Perseverance to promising regions using photos from navigation cameras strategically positioned around the rover and imagery from orbital satellites like NASA's Mars Survey Orbiter. Moreover, Perseverance has live scanning equipment, including 2 spectrometers. These are tools that use ultraviolet light to illuminate a rock or patch of soil and then read the reflected light signature to determine what chemical compounds are there. The rover has one on its robotic arm named Sherlock and another inside the SuperCam, which is a device at the top of the rover's mast that carries a laser that can zap rocks from a distance of several meters. Perseverance also has a camera attached to its robotic arm that allows it to see details as fine as a grain of salt. RimFax, a radar on the rover's lower back, can identify pockets of water up to 10 meters beneath the surface. Furthermore, Perseverance includes META, a weather station, and MOXIE, a car battery-sized device that will absorb carbon dioxide from Mars's atmosphere and produce oxygen. MOXIE will show that it's possible to produce oxygen on Mars for future astronauts to breathe and rocket fuel. If Musk wants to find a means for his Mars astronauts to breathe oxygen, he'll pay attention to this section. A little helicopter dubbed Ingenious is now accompanying the rover. The helicopter will have no direct impact on Perseverance mission, but it will assist NASA in learning how to fly on Mars. Perseverance has been busy with its cameras since landing on Mars. The rover has 23 cameras on board, which have returned over 100,000 photos of Mars. These images are already assisting us in understanding how water affected the landscape and providing clues to the quest for ancient microbial life. The raw photos have been made accessible to the public and can be viewed in an online gallery. Now let's talk about ingenuity. The helicopter was flown at least 19 times, with the first flight taking place on April 19, 2021. It was the first time a spacecraft took off from another planet. The Ingenuity has two cameras, a forward-facing 13-megapixel color camera with stereoscopic imaging capabilities and a downward-facing black and white navigation camera. Ingenuity uses these cameras to create a high-fidelity 3D representation of the Martian landscape in addition to providing high-resolution photos. Perseverance, on the other hand, has accomplished something more exciting, something which could forever alter the landscape of space travel. The gold car battery-sized gadget made history when it generated oxygen from carbon dioxide in the low Martian atmosphere for this mission. In other words, MOXIE will assist individuals in breathing air and returning home safely. MOXIE works by capturing carbon dioxide from the environment, compressing and filtering it to remove pollutants, and then heating it to separate the oxygen and carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide is ejected into the atmosphere, while the oxygen is isolated by a hot-charged ceramic component, allowing the oxygen ions to bind together and form valuable oxygen. In 1 hour, MOXIE produced roughly 5.4 grams of 98% pure oxygen. This is enough oxygen for a human to breathe for around 10 minutes. The method consumes a lot of energy and is restricted to 12 grams per hour by the power supply, which is about the same as a large tree produces. Scientists plan to use this technique to not only provide breathable air for future explorers, but also as a propellant to lift astronauts off the surface when scaled up to roughly 100 times larger. Now let's talk about Elon Musk. Musk aims to create propellants to power the spacecraft right on Mars. Even though this sounds impossible, this is Elon Musk we're talking about. Only he can pull this off. Aside from gathering samples, Perseverance has made another significant discovery on Mars. The Delta Scarp, one of the crater's most significant geological features, has been studied thanks to the rover. They've determined that the Jezero crater, which is now a dry depression, was originally an enormous lake fed by a 120-mile-long river that flowed continuously roughly 3.7 billion years ago. The crater also features a triangular-shaped delta where the river originally fed into the lake, which adds to the proof. Although the river delta may have been generally calm, there is evidence of high-energy flooding in the area, which transformed the slow-moving stream into fast-moving flash floods. These floods were strong enough to move enormous boulders downstream before depositing them in the lakebed, maybe due to a drastic shift in climate. We may find signs of ancient watery life in the underlying sediments now that the Perseverance has been proven in the area that was previously a lake habitat. But Perseverance has discovered more than that during its brief stay on the planet. It also has identified organic compounds. The scanning habitable environment with luminescence for organics and chemical equipment identified carbon-containing organic compounds in some of the rocks in the Jezero crater. Carbonate-containing molecules can be found in the interior of braided rocks as well as in the dust of non-abraded rocks. This might seem like progress, however. Scientists are still unsure whether life has ever existed on Mars. More testing will be required to reach that determination, but when the samples arrive on Earth, we may be closer to making the discovery. Thanks to the Perseverance rover and the Ingenuity helicopter, Elon Musk and SpaceX may finally be able to understand the complexities of Mars, and thus get closer to our eventual goal of living on the red planet. Let's see what the future holds for us. That marks the end of the video, folks. Hope you liked it, and if you did, be sure to hit the like button. What do you think about the discovery? Will it be significant for mankind? Do let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe for future videos.